What up, YouTube? It's your boy, Toon. And I'm here with my first video. I'm doing a young mukbang. I got this young Italian beef with the chips. But this ain't like your normal Italian beef though. This, it ain't the, you know what I'm saying, the Chicago style Italian beef, but this joint definitely is a hit. You know what I'm saying? But man, this is my first video. You know what I'm saying? And more to come. I just recently got out my gig. I always got to get the double au jus sauce. You know what I'm saying? I just got out my gig probably like 2 hours ago. It took almost an hour for me to get my food. You know what I'm saying? But I'm finally here. Pray over this food real quick. Amen. You know what I'm saying? Now let's get to it. You know what I'm saying? It come with some little plain little chips. I don't know if they Ruffles or whatever they use, but it go just right with the meal. It's crazy though, because I never thought that I'd be eating Italian beef with chips. But if I really could count, say how many of these I had, I can literally say I probably had over at least like 200 of these sandwiches. Like for real, from the first time that I ever had one of these to right now, I probably had about like 200 of them. It was to the point to where like at least like a week straight that I'll probably get one of these at least 3 to 4 days in a row within a week that I'm going to get this sandwich. Whether it's soon as they open in the afternoon or before I go to bed. These, it's pretty decent. This, I mean, it really don't look like much, but man, it's definitely, it tastes better than what it looked like. So I'm saying it's not like, you know what I'm saying, the normal Chicago style Italian beef, but this joint is decent. I fell in love with this mug. As soon as I got it, it was over with. You dip it in the, this is how I do it. I dip it in the au jus sauce. Then it come with the cheese on it. Amazing. But I hope everybody had a productive day today. Got a lot of things accomplished. You know, it's always good to get up and get out and do something. Don't just sit down, waste time. Time is very valuable. You gotta use it wisely. But got me a little Sprite. A little spriggity Sprite. But yeah, I had a gig today. It was pretty cool from 8 to 12. It's a pretty chill little gig. I play drums. For those who don't know, I've been playing. I could say that I honestly been playing since I was 4 years old, but I really too much didn't know too much about music or drums until I moved here to Peoria. Like from the first time that I ever picked up drumsticks, like I was never taught anything, none of those things. I just used to watch my cousin when I was a baby, and I remember I never forget. Like my cousin came to my crib, and he had a snare drum and some drumsticks, and I remember I was sitting in like the living room or whatever, and he just put the drumsticks in my hand and set the snare drum down on the floor. And I instantly just picked the drumsticks up and just that 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 instantly. And me doing that, I just instantly fell completely in love with drums and music. And he played drums. I was never taught. He never taught me. I never went. I never none of that. So once I actually got in school, like it was like that's all I could think about. That was like literally my first love. You know, like when you got your first girl, every class that you in, you thinking about your girl. That's like back in the day, like everybody used to how to write the love letters and stuff like that when they was in school. That's how I was when I was in first kindergarten, all those grades. That's all I was doing on the desk, beat. I used to get in trouble so much because that's all I wanted to do was just beat on the desk. Excuse me, but that's it was over with from that. So I never really was in band or anything like that until I moved here. I used to play drums at the church that I went to in Chicago, but I never was taught how to play drums. I never got a lesson from anyone. I just instantly just started playing like it was in me. It's crazy, but I wish that I would have went to like a school that took music serious, like the other high schools and stuff or middle schools. But it was like every school that I went to, and this is the truth. Every school that I went to, whenever I was in band, the teacher, you know what I'm saying, would see how I was playing, and it was to the point to where they was like, okay, forget this sheet music. We just gonna let Tyrese do what he do, and we just fall into place. Like when I was in high school, like I'm telling. When I was in high school, we used to have sheet music in front of us, and I would sit there. I was basically like drumline, I guess, Nick Cannon, whatever. I really didn't know how to read music that well. I really didn't know how to read music that well, so I would fake it. Either that, and everybody was okay with it, or our band teacher didn't know how to read music because I really did not used to be playing what was on that sheet music, and she never used to say anything. I was on in high school. I was head snare in high school. They was like, "How you a freshman and you a head snare?" That it was just whenever I used to come go being band or doing whatever, they like, man, you different from everybody else. Everybody else, you know what I'm saying, just doing regular look, but I just had more of some elbow grease and I had taste to what I was playing, how I was playing. So I in high school, freshman, I'm head snare. Never got taught how to play drums. I wish that I would have got lessons from somebody because it's a lot more that I wish that I knew that I don't know. But that's one little piece of my life that I just been playing drums since I was 4. Never got taught any lessons. I never really knew anything about music until I moved here. once I moved here, it was like, wow, like I was opened up into a whole new world that I never knew about. It is crazy that by me being from Chicago, where all of the some of the greatest, I mean some of the greatest musicians, but I never knew anything about those because I was in a small circle. Like only thing that I knew about was my cousin. I mean, the internet, when none of that stuff going on back then. So, I mean, I really didn't know too much about nothing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stay in your area, stay in your lane when you up there. It's sad to say that, but I mean it's true. But once I moved here and then the internet started to get popping, and then I started to see, like here, I can honestly say it's smaller. It's crazy that this the second biggest city in compared to Chicago, whatever, Illinois, whatever it is. But it just seems so small. So it's like you know everybody. Everybody knows everybody. Everybody knows everybody. In Chicago, it's like, okay, you may know some people, but you ain't gonna know every single body unless you on some other stuff. But when I moved here, it was like everybody was cool. Everybody knew everybody. So it was like the older people was trying to help the younger. So they was, you know what I'm saying, teaching me things, and I'm hearing all these people. I'm like, no, I don't know nothing about none of these people. But the internet started to pop off. Doing my research, and you would be surprised that I wasn't well connected like that in Chicago. But man, yep, that's just one part of my life. Music is like my number one priority. That's my biggest thing that I love. A lot of people that know me, they know me from me playing drums, being a drummer. Shout out to all my bros, man. Shout out to every last one of y'all. Everyone, from the old one to the ones my age to the one that's a little bit younger. All of y'all. I appreciate the opportunity to be able to meet y'all, know y'all, and call y'all my brother. But man, I'm definitely I'm grateful for the move. I'm grateful for what I learned in Chicago. I'm grateful for what I learned here. But on another note, you don't want to see me on that court. I ain't gonna lie to you. No, let me stop playing. I ain't the same though, but back in the day though, I definitely could hoop a little bit. I could hoop a little bit. I don't know, like I'm super shy. It's crazy. I'm super shy, so like when I get in public, I get I get nervous. Like I don't know, I shut down. And when I was in school, I was cool. I ain't gonna say I was a popular dude, but I was cool. You know what I'm saying? I just like how I was saying about like when you get your first high school or your first person that you love, you think about them all the time. Like I definitely remember being in school, and every time that we used to switch classes and I opened up my locker. As soon as I opened up the locker, it's letters falling down. Remember how how the girls used to do it back in the day? They'd write you a letter, they'd fold that mug nice, and I'm talking about neat. Every every fold is right on the crease of the line. They gonna make sure that mug perfect. That's why when you find you a girl or you get married or and y'all get a crib together, it's best that you let your wife or your girl decorate the crib. Cause they gonna be on it. they gonna be on it. For real, for real. But yeah, I ain't gonna get into all that. But yeah, y'all, man. I just wanted to give y'all just a quick look, you know what I'm saying, a little video, a little preview of what's to come. Like I said, this my first video though, so it's only gonna get better. It's only gonna get better. So I'm gonna say peace out. Just remember, it's a tune world. I'ma holla at you on the next video.